Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
I'm Cantor Sarah Meyerson.
I'm Ilyashne Reis.
Later on we'll be joined by Rabbi Sam Weintraub. Welcome to Kabbalat Shabbat services at Kane Street Synagogue. We're going to turn to page 11 in Siddur Sim Shalom and continue with L'chut Ranana, Psalm 95. Lechon eranena l'Adonai, nari alatzor yish'enu, nekadma fanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo, ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol hakol Elohim, asher beyado mecharei haaretz v'to'avot harim lo. We turn to page 14 for the end of Psalm 96. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpat haaretz, yishpat teva b'tzedek, ve'amim b'emunato. We turn to page 16 for the end of Psalm 97. Let's sing together 4 lines from the bottom of the page. Orzaru ala tzadik, lo yishrei lev simcha. Orzaru ala tzadik, lo yishrei lev simcha. Simchut tzadikim b'Adonai, ve'odu lezecher kodsho. Simchut tzadikim b'Adonai, ve'odu lezecher kodsho. We turn to page 18 for the end of Psalm 98. Let's sing together. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpat haaretz, yishpat teva b'tzedek, ve'amim b'meisharim. We turn to page 20 for Psalm 99. Let's sing together at the red triangle. With the words, We turn to page 21 for Psalm 29. Please rise as you're able. Mizmor David, Havon Adonai b'neim, Havon Adonai kavod ba'oz, Havon Adonai kavod shemo, Yishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai alamayim el hakavod him, Adonai amayim, amayim rabim, Kol Adonai b'koach, Kol Adonai b'hadad, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayshaber Adonai et arzei halebanon, Vayarkitem kemo egel Lebanon v'Sirion, kemo ben re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzev lahavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel hayamot, vayechazok yarot, uv'hechalot gula, omer kavod, omer kavod, Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai oz le'amo yitem, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom. You may be seated. We turn to page 22 for Ana Bechoach. Ana Bechoach Bechoach, Gedulat Yamincha Yamincha, Tatir Tzerurai Kabarina Tamacha, Sagavenu Tahareinu Nada. Anna Bechoach Gedulat Yamincha, Tatir Tzarura, Tatir Tzarura, Kabarina Tarina Tamacha, Sagavenu Tareinu Nora. We turn to page 23 for Lachado D. We're using a special melody for Sfirat HaOmer because we are still in the period of counting the Omer. And when we get to the last verse, we're going to encourage everyone who's able to rise and to face either the door to the room in which you're davening, in which you're worshiping, or to face towards the west, towards the setting sun. בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו תפארת ולתהילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, בראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צעיר מתוך הפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפתח עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קורבה אל נפשי גאלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, לא תשכחי ומה תמי, אך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבטי יראתי לה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. והיו לשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס ותנה כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. ימין עושות תפרצי, ואת אדוני תריצי, היד איש וחצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. גויים לשלום בטרם עלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יננה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. May be seated. We pause now to recognize the passing of Gay Baskin, mother of Jody Steinhardt, mother-in-law of Eric, grandmother of Mitchell and Melanie. We turn to page 26 in Siddur Lev Shalem to extend the greeting traditional for mourners that are coming out of the week of Shiva into Kabbalat Shabbat services. Please recite with me in Hebrew and then in English. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem B'toch Sha'ar Avelei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May the divine comfort you, along with all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We turn to page 28 for the Psalm for Shabbat, Psalm 92. We're going to sing together 8 lines from the bottom of the page, Tzadika Tamar. Tzadika Tamar yifrach keres b'avanon yizkeh shetolim bevet Adonai bechatzerot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvon b'seva deshenim merananim yeyu le'agid ki yashar Adonai tzori velo avlatabo. We turn to page 29 for Psalm 93. Adonai malach Yehud lavesh Adonai oset azam Atikot tefabatimot Nachol kis'acha me'az me'olam ata Naseun arot Adonai Naseun arot kolam Yisun arot doch yam Mikolot mayim rabim adirim bishmereyam adir b'marom Adonai heidotecha nenu me'od leveitcha nava kodesh Adonai le'orech yamim. We turn to page 30 for Mourner's Kaddish. Please rise if that is your custom. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra kiruteh v'yamlech malchuteh. B'chayechon uvyamechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemeh Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemeh dekudsha brechu. Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated.
Shabbat Shalom. I wanted to look at the Torah portion again this week, as we do every Shabbat. This week we read Acharei Mot Kedoshim. The first concern of the 2 Torah portions is the Yom Kippur ritual, the Avodah ritual in the ancient temple, in the tabernacle in the desert. And we read about some very, very majestic and powerful ceremonies that we actually reenact a bit in the Musaf of Yom Kippur to this day in the synagogue. So we know that this was the one day of the year where anyone was allowed into the Kodesh Kodeshim, the Holy of Holies. The high priest went in to continue asking for forgiveness for the people. He wore special garments, partially of gold, in order to atone for the sin of the golden calf, and also michnesei vad, these pure white linen garments. And these were signs of purity, signs of forgiveness, and we bring that into the holiness of the day even today by putting on kittles, the white robes, on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. There were three main parts to the service on Yom Kippur. The first part was the confessional. The high priest atoned, confessed for the sins, ba'ado, uvad beito, uvad kol kahal Yisrael, for himself, for his household, the priest, and for all the people of Israel. Then there were sacrifices, the bull for atonement, and then 2 he-goats, which were offered, one as sort of a national sin offering, the other led out, as you likely recall, to the desert to atone for the sins of all the people. There was a third element, though, a third part of the ritual, which is not really, we don't reenact these days. Some of the Christian churches do, we don't, but that was the offering of incense. Incense was offered every day in the temple, but it was especially offered on Yom Kippur in a especially fine way, literally a fine way. The ketoret, the mixture of incense, was the same on Yom Kippur as an every day of the year, except that it was ketoret samim daka. It was an especially fine admixture of finely ground mixture of spices. And it was put in a special ladle, and there was a fire in the inner sanctum, the Kodesh Kodeshim, and when the high priest went in, he put the ladle on the fire, the incense went up in smoke, and he had to keep on doing that until the smoke, we're told, covered the parochet, the covering of the Holy Ark, so that the presence of God filled, if you will, the room. And it says, if he does this, b'velo el ha'edut v'lo yamut. He does this in order to be able to enter this pact of testimony, this inner sanctum, and not die. So there was something very critical about doing this. And the drama continues. The next verse says, V'chol adam lo yeh be'ohel mo'ed. And also, when the priest goes into the tent of meeting, the Holy of Holies, no person can be with him. And very strikingly, the Torah says, V'chol adam. It doesn't say he can't bring a friend or a relative or another priest. It says, Kol adam. Adam means man or person. It's the most broad and universal term the Torah has to designate a human being. And so the emphasis here is that when the priest goes into the Holy of Holies on Yom Kippur, he must be totally and absolutely alone. The Jerusalem Talmud says that God did not even allow angels to go into the inner sanctum in order to protect the Kohen Gadol on that day. He had to be in alone. So what is going in here? What's going on here? Why is this incense so important? And especially, why does the high priest need to be so solitary, so alone? We don't find this in any other ritual where the officiant must be absolutely by himself. Rabbi Zelig Pleskin is a modern Hasidic author and writer, and he quotes a book called Degel Machanei Ephraim. Degel Machanei Ephraim was written in the 18th century by Rabbi Moshe Chaim Ephraim, who was the grandson of the Besht, and Baal Shem Tov. And he says there that the reason that the Kohen Gadol was to be totally alone, because there was a danger that the Kohen Gadol, remember, he has his resplendent clothing all the time, and he also might get conceited about being the person who was chosen to perform the most holy ritual on the most holy day of the Jewish year. And indeed, in fact, we know that when it came to the public confessional, the first part of this 3-part ritual, and then the offerings of the sacrifices, the bull and the goats, historians like Josephus tell us that literally hundreds of thousands of pilgrims, of Jews, came to Jerusalem. So you can imagine what it must be like to be the center of that kind of worshiping throng. And so presumably God was worried that the Kohen Gadol would focus on the honor that was due to him, or that he was at least receiving at this time. One would naturally think about the great respect and the great awe of this moment that this person, the Kohen Gadol, was singularly enjoying. So the Torah says, "V'chol adam lo yihiyeh imo." There should be no person, absolutely no person, with him. The Kohen Gadol kind of had to view the world at that moment as if he was totally alone. And supposedly by having that kind of mental image, that mental attitude, that mindset, he could free himself from any thoughts of honor or prestige or public approval. And Rabbi Pleskin today typically sees this in a very, I think, interesting way. He points out that although this is the most dramatic ritual of the whole year, done by one person, we can all learn something from it. And he says that, a lot of us, I think rabbis especially, have this trouble that we are chronically sort of outer directed, right? We're always worried about what other people think about us. So there's something very therapeutic if in your mind, even temporarily, you can imagine that no one else exists, because then you don't have to think about what other people are thinking about you. And as silly as it sounds, there's wisdom here, because number one, first of all, most people, I think, imagine that other people are thinking about them more than other people actually are. Number one. And number two, even if you have good reason, even if people are thinking about you, there is, I think, or there are ways in which you can free yourself from the distortion and the pressure and the pain which often causes people to twist themselves in all kinds of ways when they are so worried about the opinion of others. And we can do this ritual suggests, by understanding and appreciating the spiritual opportunity in isolation, if you will. Perhaps that's a harsh term. Let's say in solitude and in meditation. These days, many of us are experiencing more solitude as we change from our normal routine, as we give up, or at least seriously modify many of the personal and professional roles and responsibilities that we were used to before. But we can use this time, this moment of change, litova, for good, by seeing it as an opportunity, these moments of solitude as opportunities for self-reflection and self-improvement, for teshuvah. In this time of changing, we can ask ourselves, for example, what is it that you most miss from your earlier routine? What is it that you are happy to be giving up? What passion inside you have you rediscovered? What anxieties keep on coming up? What strengths have you showed, perhaps even to your surprise? And I think most important, how can you preserve those strengths when we go back again into the world? These are questions for solitude, for individual reflection, when v'chol adam, when there's no one else around. Shabbat Shalom.
We turn to page 39. Please rise as you're able. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. You may be seated. Ma'avir yom u'mevin layla, mavdil ben yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzvaot shebo el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hamari v'aravim. Page 40. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael lamechavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al Kane Adonai Eloheinu b'shochveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 41. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'atecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'ish'arecha payan. Adonai Elohechem emet v'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu. We're on page 43. Let's continue on page 44. Malchuto beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam v'nei Yisrael lechadu shira b'simcha rabba v'amru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh norati lo tosef eleh מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי היום לפני משה זה אלי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל השכיבנו אדוני.
We continue with Hashkivenu, the prayer for peace and protection, on page 45. We'll recite in English until the red marker, and then the last part of the prayer, beginning with the red marker, in Hebrew. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ushmor seitenu v'aleinu l'chaim shalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch atah Adonai haparei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Amen. We'll continue now with the silent Amidah. The silent Amidah is on 47 to 52. Every silent Amidah begins with 6 words of meditation. They're taken from Psalm 51. Adonai svatai tiftach ufi agi tilatecha. O God, open my lips so that my mouth may tell of your praises. Reb Nachman of Wroclaw was a master of prayer. He had great insights of prayer, and he taught that it's important to study the prayers. It's important to know the prayers, to be familiar with all the prayer rituals. But he also said that each of us, no matter what we know or our background, each of us, deep inside us, has prayers to God. And although we may feel disconnected from prayer, we may have trouble praying, we may get overwhelmed by distracting thoughts when we try to pray, that despite all that, in a way which is unthinking, in a way which is kind of automatic, our innermost thoughts are always directed to God. So what we do at the Amidah is we stand, we put our feet together to mimic the angels as they stand. We say the words in order, and we believe that somewhere our deepest thoughts are accepted, somewhere they are taken with love. We continue on page 47 to 52, the Amidah. Silently, please rise. We rise on page 56 for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shonet hashamayim v'yased haaretz, Moshe Rabbeinu Shemo. Ki המלכות שלך היא ולמאה תמלוך בכבוד ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Those who are mourning and those observing yahrzeit rise for mourners Kaddish, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yolma divrach yerutei, v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'gala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach, Leolam olomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'olma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. I would like to extend the Yasher Koach to Cantor Sarah and Ilya again for leading us beautifully. We begin this week by expressing our nechama, our consolation, to our member Jody Steinhardt, also her sisters, Cindy Shuval and Carolyn Baskin, on the loss of their mother, Gay Baskin, this past week. There's one more evening of Shiva. The Shiva has been divided among the three synagogues of the three daughters, and there's one more evening of Shiva tonight after Shabbat through the B'nai Amunah, Cindy's congregation in St. Louis. There's information about that on an email which you received through the synagogue. For now, we pray for Jody, Cindy, Carolyn, and all the family. Hamakom yinachem etchem b'toch she'ar avelei Tzion v'Yerushalayim, that God will comfort you and give all the family a year of strength, of comfort, and that Gay's very strong example will bring strength to you. Amen. Tomorrow morning we daven 9:30. We continue our new Zoom Shabbat morning service at 9:30. Please come on time, 9:30. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Again, come on time, 9 a.m. And of course, next Shabbat, we're going to be returning again for Kabbalat Shabbat at 6 p.m. We're also encouraging people to buy the Lev Shalem, the new conservative Siddur. We have that linked for you to see during the service on the screen, but the book itself is beautiful. It's a very rich prayer book with commentary, reflections, transliteration, and it's significantly on sale now. So go to rabbinical.assembly.org and purchase a physical copy. We conclude with Yigdal, page 62, Shabbat Shalom.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעינת על מציאותו, אחד בן יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמותו גדולתו, מלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד נביא ומביט כתמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמו על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומל איש חסד כמפעלו, נותן רשע רע כרשעתו, ישלח מקץ ימין משיחנו, לפדות מחקקת ישועתו, מתים יחיה אל ברוך חסרו, ברוך הדיין שם תהילתו. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.